entertainment world, and
Exactly.
And I tell you, you read the online, you read the tabloids, and you feel like you're in LA among the paparazzi. So I guess let's start off with Heidi and Seal are breaking it off after, is it 8 years? 8 years. After 8 years of marriage, and they've renewed their vows in a different way every year. Now, I know this is something very near and dear to your heart, so I guess you can start off by telling us what this means to you.
Well, basically, the second it broke on, I think it was Perez, it was posted on my wall, and with a link to Kiss from a Rose, because I love Seal. I'm really upset about this. I think that, like, in Hollywood, you have those couples that you think, like, you know what, this is someone who's breaking the cycle. Like, everyone gets divorced.
Right. You always think that, it never happens.
I know, it never happens. Like, even those best couples divorce. And, like, I think this was, like, one couple that kind of stayed out of the public eye. They both kind of found each other, and I, like, loved them. And
and they were always very public about how much they loved each other. And every appearance that I saw them together, they were very touchy-feely and just talking about how great their marriage was. So I was definitely surprised.
And they said even their friends were shocked and stuff.
And we laugh about it, but the saddest part is that the kids, when they're affected throughout this, and you know, you Google your mom and dad, Heidi and Celia. I don't even know how I deal with having them as parents, but you Google that later in life, and you read about their life in the public eye, and I guess you just question, oh, you guys were in Hawaii last year renewing your vows. I remember talking about this on the show last year.
It was like punk rock, or no, they did a white trash wedding.
Oh yes, that was actually, I think
so
that was
funny.
last year.
Yeah.
But you know, you feel bad, and I guess going along with that, I guess breaking it off before it started, Simon Cowell has called off his engagement. I happen to love him.
Ooh.
I mean, he's very entertaining. You know, I'll watch him, whatever he does.
You need someone who says it how it is, and there aren't enough of those people. I am an Idol junkie. He's not on it anymore, but I think the X Factor is great. If any of you out here are watching, make sure that you watch the X Factor, because it really is a good show.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually was really impressed with, like, how he dealt with the whole calling off the engagement, and some of the things that he said. Just, you know, it's not completely off. We're somewhere in the middle, but we're just trying to find happiness, and that's what marriage is about. I really do respect taking time and waiting until you know you're ready.
You don't need to prove yourself to anyone.
Absolutely.
The public, it doesn't matter. If you're not happy, and 10 years down the road you call it off and call it quits after you've put so much into it and you haven't fixed issues before, like, you know, Kim and Chris Humphries, if they maybe dealt with some of their issues before they got married, it wouldn't have lasted 72 days.
Especially in Hollywood, there's so much pressure to just be married.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, I'm a Kardashian fan, and, like, Kim's mom is constantly, like, get married, have children, do this, and it's like, I mean, even as non-celebrities, I feel like
we feel
this
that
type
pressure.
of pressure. And it's like 50% of marriages end in divorce. Like, take the time to really decide, like, is this the right thing?
Find your partner.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And it seems that it's almost so much more common now that it's more it's not acceptable, but I think for a child it's really hard for them to deal with that and being confused at a young age and not knowing where their parents stand. So I think it definitely, I mean, I think we can all agree it makes it easier for a child when you have a set mother figure and a set father figure in that sense. But I don't know, I respect him a lot on doing that. And I just, you know, him also not being on American Idol has been a little upsetting for me, but I don't know if you guys watched, Jim Carrey's daughter came onto the show.
The opening was so cool how they, like, didn't, you know, they didn't tease it or anything, and they showed her singing, and they turn the camera around and it's Jim Carrey taping. I was like, first of all, I'm jealous of you because Jim Carrey is your dad. That's like my dream come true. He doesn't look old enough, though, to have a daughter that age.
Oh my gosh. Well, she's tried to stay out of the public eye, and she had a baby, I guess, 2 or 3 years ago. She has a child.
She's 24.
Young.
24.
And she, even the things that she was saying she does for work, you know, she waitresses, like, it was nothing very, like, glamorous and big. So it was kind of
And you heard her say, she's like, I don't want to use my name with my last name, Carey. I want to make it on my own. And I have so much respect for those people because they know what it is to work hard. And a father like Jim Carrey clearly instills upon her that you have to do what everyone else is doing, and you're not given a golden ticket throughout life. So I was happy that she got a golden ticket to go to Hollywood.
You know, I mean, even to try out for something like that in the first place, she wasn't. I know, but even to try out for something like that in the first place, you know, she could have just asked her dad and got to some record label and gotten it, you know. But she wanted to do this, and like I know, I did go to the American Idol auditions once just for you know kicks. But it is nothing like the show. I mean, it kind of just makes me angry because, you know, nobody really knows like how different it is. Like there's like 5 rounds of auditions before you even see the judges, and that's about 6 months later from the first audition, and you sit there for 9 hours, 2 days in a row, and it's just a mess. They don't even, you know, they're sitting there for 9 hours. They don't even ask your name. They just want to go home and stuff like that.
Well, I don't know if that'll affect how I feel about it, but I know you guys are hanging on the edge of your seats, so we'll be right back with surprise stories this week.